mindset, or you can live in the mind of Christ. Just think about what I'm saying. You can live in your mind, or you can live in the mind of Christ. For a few minutes, we're going to talk about the most beautiful, most powerful experience ever. Living in and from the mind of Christ. Now, one of the things that is so important, well, let's just say this. We have to get out of our mind. How do we get out of our mind? And we have been using our mind for a long time, been trusting in our mind, depending on our mind, memorizing in our mind. That's why, well, let's just say like this. You might hear me many times that there has been a lack of teaching or understanding. And I might say that that's for some people. Some people God is graduating. They have came across me as this vessel. They have came across the things that I talk about, the things that I minister, teach, and they have been seeking the Lord, and they found, when you find your teacher, you find your leader, your pastor. You find a treasure when you find your teacher. It's amazing. It's not about finding the man or the woman that is a leader. It is finding the teacher. Oh man, that's had happened to me so many times. That's like coming across. Well, I ain't gonna say coming across, but God speaks to you, and He said, "Well, I remember one time the Lord said, it was something in my spirit about going deep. It was just in my spirit. And I knew the Lord was going to take me deep. And I came across a book, which the person that written the book, has, it was like a book that was written probably in early 1900s or late 18s or something like that. And the book was like, I'm talking about, I was like, oh, this is the teaching. I wasn't so much impressed with the person at that moment. It was the teaching to revitalize my faith, my life, my heart, to draw me closer to God, that I may see Jesus for who He is, and to know God for what He can do. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. This is so powerful. And I was like, this has happened to me more than one time, and I would be breathtaking, because I said, oh, just the teaching. It's not about the preaching. It's not about how a person articulates, especially if you're reading out of the book. You're not even concerned the way they deliver the message. If you are in any of those things, you're carnal mind. You're thinking from your mind, which is carnal mind. When you're thinking about, oh, he can sing or he can this, you're not thinking about God. And you might say, oh, I am thinking about God. Oh my God, let you be tested. It has to be so Listen, listen. When it's God, it changes your life. Every moment, every time, every instant, it quickens you. It quickens you to another closeness to God. That means sin falls off. Sin falls off. When you're growing rightly, sin falls off. Listen to what I'm saying. Sin falls off when you're growing right. You will know your leader. You will know your mentor according to the teachings that blows your mind. It shocks your spirit. And if you did, and you detour from that after God revealed it to you, Satan will fill you and put you before people and fill you to the point where he's trying to keep you from not going back. He's trying to get you to the point where you be offended by the one that God has shown you and revealed to you. Because you can get offended. That's the excuse not to go back, because there's no change in your life. There's no change. A lot of people, they want to go to the mountains or go to Jerusalem. Even the Samaritan woman, just like a lot of church or Christ, a lot of people want to go to Jerusalem. They want to have an experience. But Christ said, see, what people don't understand, if you're looking for a worldly experience of God, if you got to go and touch his throne, walk where he walked, go to the Sea of Galilee for an experience, that's corner thinking. That's corner thinking. Oh my God. Change is not when you get older. Change is when you get closer to God. When sin becomes sin to you and you don't want to have anything to do with it, that is an attribute that is resonating in your life. Your new nature. Listen, a lot of people are going to be just judged by their new nature because they speak against it. Your new nature is after holiness. It's after dying to self and denying self. You got to understand the new nature, what does it have to do with the old nature? So if you have a new nature, but you have the old mindset, what you think you're doing? You're dividing the truth, not dividing the truth according to the scripture says. Well, I guess you could say that, because it's dividing the truth. It's dividing the truth when you have the new nature of God, and you're not seeking what the new nature represents, the meaning of the new nature, the experience of the new nature, why, how, when. Do you understand? Because the new nature only thrives off God. It thrives off the things of God, the actions of God, the character of God. Think about this. Think about this. This is very powerful. This is very powerful. Be blessed.